I was doing research on Paul's childhood and his family, and I remember thinking, I wonder how his family reacted when Paul came with this big news. I mean, when Paul came and told his father, a devout Jewish man, about his decision to step down as a respected Pharisee and become a follower of Jesus Christ, I mean, wow! His father must have been shocked. Now, of course, the Bible doesn't describe such an encounter. But here's the key. I think anytime you take creative liberties in telling Bible stories, and by the way, even people who say they're against this do it in a lot of cases. I mean, if you're doing a play, if you're doing a skit, a lot of times in music, a lot of times in sermons, you hear it. I think the key, though, is you have to be able to defend your interpretation. You can't just make up stuff or assume something because that's what you assume. It's got to be consistent with the Bible, and that means you got to do your homework. And so, like I said, in this case, I think it's highly plausible that there was probably some sort of scene when Paul broke the news. It's just hard to imagine it going well. I mean, what would his devout Jewish father's reaction be? Would he say, Paul, that's wonderful news. You're stepping down from that respected position to follow this convicted criminal who was crucified? Wow, let's celebrate. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. If his father was alive, this had to have been shocking and probably didn't go well. Now, that's my interpretation. In fact, some people might say that Paul's father surely would have disowned his son upon learning the news, and that's a route I didn't go. I went in a different direction. My favorite line is, his pride and joy, now a face of shame. I don't know. It's concise, but it says it all. Paul must have brought so much pride to his father when he was doing so well as a Pharisee and as a Jewish man, committed to the Lord. But now he went in this completely different direction, and it must have been shocking. But nonetheless, Paul's father doesn't disown him. He doesn't necessarily understand. He doesn't approve, but he still loves his son. And I think there's a bigger analogy between God the Father and us mere mortals, in that as well, which is kind of cool.
It breaks my heart to know I let you down, but I can't change who I am.